Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to make better defenses in Castle Defender. Today is going to be watchtowers, so we're going to be making this watchtower, and unlike other watchtowers, it's going to be very sturdy, so that the person in there doesn't die, because usually, if you would do this with like just normal walls, the enemies would hit them once and they would die instantly. So, you can either use stone walls or basalt walls, but the basalt walls will hold up much better than the stone ones. So you need to, we're not going to actually be using this wooden floor to put the unit on that you want to put, but it's just going to be a base so you can put the walls around it like this. That's the wrong height. So you can see over here, he's not actually sitting on a flooring because those break way too easily. They all have low HP. So he's just on a bunch of the basalt castle tops flipped over, and then a bunch of them so he won't fall. You can see in there, it's just all the spikes in the castle tops. So that's how you're mainly going to want to do it. So you get your wooden thing, and then you use whatever kind of walls you need, and then you just put them around like this, making sure to have a little gap in the corners. And then you're going to want to use these corner pieces and fill in the corners. Then you're going to want to put the castle tops on there. I'm using the basalt tops. These tops don't really matter what you use to make out of them, so you can just use normal stone. What really matters is the walls and then the castle tops that the unit is standing on. So I'm just doing it so it matches, but you don't have to. And then you're gonna want to put the little corner pieces. You can change with these, with the next to the placing menu. There's those little buttons. You press them to change your build. Once you have this, you can leave it like this and put your unit in there, but it won't give as much protection as this, which you see is 2 layers thick and has the castle tops. So I'm going to show you the most important. So you need to get this, and then you need to use the rotate button. You need to press the axis, a little R, and you need to change it to T. You need to press rotate 4 times. And then change it twice to go back to R. Then you can place your tops. Oh, wait. Those are the normal tops. Wait. 1 second. I'm running. Looks like I'm having some lag. Okay. No. Okay. Then once you actually have your basalt tops, you want to, again, rotate them in the correct orientation. And then you can do however high you want. I'm going to do it that high, so it just barely sticks out. But if you want, you can do it like down there if you want the unit to be more covered. Like, so instead of this entire body being open, it would be up to like there, so you just see their top half. So you can do it however you want. And then you're just going to want to place a couple in there, all in a line until the gap is fully filled. Now that's going to give you a strong base. So now you can place down whatever unit you want, like a rifle or an archer. I'm going to place down an archer. And now you can either put it like this, then add the decorations, or you can do it double thick, which I recommend, so I'm going to show you how to do that. I might actually need to deconstruct the other one to have enough resources to make this other one. Okay. Oops. Just the same thing. You just place these walls here. This part is the same. And I've run out. Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna be taking from this. There we go. Got some of my stuff back. There we go. Sorry if my movements are a bit choppy. I sprained my wrist. Okay, now I have that. This part is the same. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can put 3 of these little beams in here, and it looks all right. But since it's 3 in one space, it's going to be more durable. But it's more expensive since you need 3 times the walls. Or you could use these corner pieces. You really have to wedge it in there. You just have to wait until it looks right, and then you place it. Now that will be cheaper, and it will look better, but it will not be as strong. So you just do that for all the corners, whichever technique you want. I like this one because it looks best, and walls are expensive, especially if you're using the basalt ones. And you could just put them wherever your main fortress is, but this is more fun. You know, it like adds. And then we need to do the top part, or else the thickness will look weird. So, hold on. There we go. You just put these in the middle. And then for these tops, you also do it differently. Now, you can use these little corner pieces, but if I can get it in the right spot, you'll see that it looks really bad. You see when I move the camera, it like glitches and it interferes, so I don't like to use the corners. So you're gonna have to use these more expensive little ones. Oops, don't misplace it like that. And then you can do that for all the sides, so continue like this. I've run out again, so I'm gonna steal from the other one that I built. Yeah, just do that for all the sides. Bing, bop, boom. Okay, you can just leave it like this. It would be the same effectiveness as the other watchtower, which is partially destroyed. But if you want, you can add the decorations. Use some more basalt walls. I'm gonna take, or no, not basalt walls. Basalt, the little castle toppers. And then you do the little 2 stud all around in the very corners. And then you can add flags. Again, I need to steal some of the resources. You click on the other one to make it so it's standing flags. And then you just rotate it and then you place it on top. I'm having a bit of lag. And then there you go. It's a pretty durable tower. Your unit is not likely to be killed. I've made it to as far as I can get in the stages, and my unit has never died in here. Let me steal this rifle, because I think it looks cooler. Then you just put the rifle in there, or whatever unit. You can use any unit. And then, as you can see, well, the enemies might not get to it for a little bit. But your unit is going to be safe in here. Let me just claim my reward. Will generally be safe. Yeah, my fortress is pretty okay. Or my castle, whatever you want to call it. I have some units in here and inside. Oh yeah, the watchtower. So yeah, remember you can adjust the height, you can adjust things. Generally, for a strong defense. This is gonna be part 1 of how to make the defenses for your castle. Thank you for watching, and bye.